That is my take for today, entitled Appeasement to the Wicked, a memo to the Senate President and the Senate Leader. In my mother tongue, Yoruba, there is a proverb that says, Ebelamboshika. Now, with the way and manner some of our political elites treat Nigerians, especially in this Fourth Republic, one cannot but recall that Yoruba proverb that says, Ebelamboshika. Literally, it means the wicked are to be appeased, or that appeasement is what we do to the wicked. That is why we want to talk to Senator Godswill Akpabio and other leaders of the Senate, such as Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, the leader, on the needless controversy over the electoral bill. We are specifically and particularly concerned on the question of electronic transmission of results in our elections in Nigeria going forward. We have come a long way, to the point where members of the Federal House of Representatives and the senators, those are the two chambers of our National Assembly, they have all agreed that we should adopt a law that straightforward instructs INEC to adopt electronic transmission of election results in real time. Now, that is a big deal. It is itself a breakthrough that we have House of Reps members and senators agreeing. That way, we can restore some real credibility to our electoral process, which likely remains jaundiced, especially because in 2023, after the promise to the nation that there will be e-transmission of election results, INEC failed. What we all saw then instead was that INEC refused to do the needful on the day. There were no electronic transmission, especially for the presidential election. Instead, INEC made excuses of a glitch which nobody has investigated or properly explained even up until now. And so, Nigerians have now clamored since then for a change in the law to prescribe and mandate electronic transmission of results. To back this up, improvement in technology and assurance of the infrastructural backbone have been affirmed by the experts that electronic transmission is possible for the most part across the country. As far back as 2022, this was the decision. Now we have 4 years after that, and it's even better. So in a rather surprising delight, members of the electoral committees of both the House of Representatives and the Senate voted to change the law in that wise, saying, let us mandate electronic voting. And by so, they met the yearnings of Nigerian people. And that makes sense with all the possibilities of boosting public confidence in our politics and even in our national life. Specifically, everyone thought this would further boost free and fair elections. We're talking of APC senators and APC House of Reps members agreeing among themselves and agreeing with others in PDP, ADC, and LP on this matter. It's like a national consensus. The chair of the Senate committee that pushed this is no other than APC's 2023 presidential campaign DG, the former Plateau State Governor, Solomon Dalong, a lawyer, a gentleman, and an astute politician himself. And then, after the House of Reps and its leadership stood firm behind that consensus and that agreement, it was the turn of the Senate last week so to do. First, the Senate stalled and dragged, and then the Senate went into executive sessions, and then an ad hoc committee was set up on the issue of electronic transmission. And in both cases, the setting up of the ad hoc in the executive sessions, the outcome was the same. Give a green light to electronic transmission. And so when the matter came to the Senate plenary, that was when confusion break ibonu yepa, like fella sang. Hopefully, we won't get to the point of double wahala for anybody. Hopefully, we won't get there. Akpabio and few of his cohorts decided to halt the progress and sink the hopes of many Nigerians by ruling in the plenary that the electoral law should remain as it was regarding electronic transmission. Namely, there will be no electronic transmission of poll results. Doesn't that seem like a wicked act? Well, let's wait and let us hope that Akpabio and Opeyemi Bamidele and the few senators trying to cook this iniquity won't become the Oshika, quote unquote, the wicked. Because in this matter, it will seem that we may have to appease those who want to behave wickedly. Nigerians are not asking for a favor. They are demanding certainty, transparency, and trust in a process that determines their destiny, the destiny of over 230 million people, for God's sake. Therefore, to frustrate this clear national consensus at this late hour is to deepen public distrust and further weaken the faith in the ballot process. It sent a treacherous signal that agreements reached in good faith across party lines can be casually overturned by few seemingly powerful individuals. In this case, particularly Mr. Akpabio and Mr. Opeyemi. And I should say, don't forget, there used to be a deputy Senate president called Ekeremadu. History is waiting, Nigerians are watching, and posterity will record who stood with the people and who chose to obstruct the people's will. Ebelamboshika, Kotulueshe. It is better not to be the wicked in this case. Appeasement is for the wicked, but it is better not to be remembered in history as the wicked. And there you have it. Inside Sources will be right back.